Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. 10 days back, we had a flagship Ignite conference. This is where ton of cool tech get announced. And this Ignite was no different. We had 100+ announcements and we thought we'll start somewhere. And if there's one innovation that stood out for all of us is Azure AI Studio. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome Arvind Raman, Data and AI Specialist, Microsoft India, for a short conversation. Arvind, welcome to TGIF.
Always a pleasure to be on TGIF, Sandeep.
Wonderful. I think I should start a loyalty program and you'll top the chart in terms of number of people come in. Honestly, you're very proactive. Thank you so much for coming on TGIF once again.
Thank you.
So quickly, Ignite conference, Satya's keynote, first slide was Copilot stack. Your take on that?
Sandeep, I would put it as a blueprint for organizations to leverage the insights of their data using copilots.
Wonderful. If somebody has to build copilots, that's the blueprint one has to adopt. Now, that gives an opportunity to talk about Azure AI Studio, because if there's one platform which basically enables people to build copilots, is AI Studio, right?
Absolutely.
So, we heard it for the first time. So, tell us more about what is Azure AI Studio?
Azure AI Studio, if I call it, is a unified experience for organizations to build in AI solutions. Primarily, there are 5 key tenets of the AI platform.
Okay.
The first is of it being a unified platform wherein you can get in developers across all skill set levels, across all preferences, build, test and build their end-to-end AI models.
Perfect.
The second is in terms of data and search.
Okay.
From a data perspective, you could connect to any of your data sources, be it on-prem or cloud. And from a search perspective, we have introduced the ability to use a hybrid search, which is a mixture of both your keyword search as well as your vector search, along with semantic rankings.
Perfect. In fact, the semantic search earlier, now it's called semantic ranking. You mentioned hybrid, interesting one, because the vector search, definitely that's what machine learning understands. And many times the intent is understood better by vector search, but keyword search is where at times vector search doesn't do well, which is where you build in semantic ranking. So you mentioned hybrid. Hybrid is dominantly the power of bringing vector search and semantic ranking together to answer a specific prompt.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So you kind of bring both these together and kind of get the top rankings in terms of the most optimal result.
And as we saw in the Ignite, so vector search and semantic ranking are generally available.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Let's move on. Third one.
Great. Yeah. The third part is in terms of foundation models. The objective is to give users the choice.
Yeah.
In this aspect, we provide a model catalog wherein an organization can bring in their own proprietary models as well as open source models, or choose a combination of both of these and build in specific solutions.
Wonderful. In fact, if you go to the model catalog, I have a choice to basically look at OpenAI model, which are proprietary models, or Meta's Llama 2, which is an open source model. And there is a catalog of ton of open source models, which are LLMs and SLMs both. That means as an enterprise, if I am innovating to build an application leveraging LLMs, I think the choice is too many. And that's what we need today. A platform which gives you the flexibility to choose models of choice depending on the scenario on hand. So I love model catalog. It's almost like saying it's a marketplace of LLMs and SLMs.
Absolutely, Sandeep. In fact, just to add to it, we also provide a benchmarking feature wherein you could benchmark the different models based on multiple parameters and identify what is the best that suits your use case.
Awesome. That's number 3. Let's go to number 4, Arvind.
Yeah. So number 4 is in terms of safe and responsible AI. I'm sure you know about the 7 principles of responsible AI. Based on that is what we have this content and safety moderation tool, which primarily helps you to classify specific data in terms of self-harm, hate, others, and also any specific attempts for jailbreaking.
Wonderful. In fact, Arvind, interesting one, because earlier we know for the fact that there is content filtering and abuse monitoring that happens as part of larger responsible AI behind the scenes, right? Now, the content filter is something which I want to tweak it, right? That means I want to build custom filters depending on my data. What is harmful, what is not harmful is something I would decide. So that flexibility is what we have today with content classification, right?
Absolutely, Sandeep. So you could actually increase or decrease the severity of the particular words. You could also add in specific custom words to identify some of the specific prompts and filter them.
Awesome. Perfect. Let's move forward. The final one.
The final one is in terms of the full development life cycle. And Sandeep, one of the key things always has been that the whole LLM cycle, as we call it, is about orchestration. It is not just about calling a particular API. And particularly for this, we have a service called as Prompt Flow, which is all about prompt orchestration, prompt evaluation, as well as prompt engineering. So this particular service, what it helps us to do is look at the particular model, the way it is performing, and how is the output coming out. Now, the key thing here is that these models are absolutely non-deterministic models. So you need to have a view on the output based on which we can evaluate the output and provide the right solution.
Absolutely. In fact, in my view, for developers building applications, Prompt Flow is a new IDE, because that's where I get to design the system in terms of prompts coming in, the data, which basically the completion, track in terms of is the right data coming out, including multimodal, by the way. I can actually have an image input in Prompt Flow and see what's output. Practically possible, right? Awesome. Arvind, that's fantastic. In fact, the AI Studio is truly path-breaking, because end of the day, it's giving us one unified, I would say, platform where you can build intelligent applications powered by LLMs. Yeah?
Absolutely, Sandeep. To just add the last word to it, the complete AI Studio is also now available on the edge as a part of a VS Code extension.
Nothing like running this IDE on your local machine and experience the same powerful LLMs on your desktop. Nothing like that, rather than being in the browser, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Arvind, thank you so much. Very meaningful conversation.
Sandeep.
Loved it. And for all viewers, thanks for watching the episode today. What we discussed was Azure OpenAI Studio, which basically is one-stop shop where you explore, build, evaluate, and deploy LLM-based applications responsibly. With that, thanks for watching this episode. Keep watching TGIF. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.